Usually Wednesday is the day of the week where I like to, especially with Scotty, go through a couple of the awards, give you some update on some things with that. I'll start with MVP. I gave Scotty Allen's numbers yesterday because he's the one guy that actually shot up the board a bit. Mahomes is still the favorite. He's 4-1. Allen went from 8 to 550. Stroud is now 9. Hurts, Burrow, Lamar, Prescott, Purdy, Goff, and there's Aaron Rodgers. I wouldn't exactly call his first game Monday night an MVP-type performance, but there you are, Cam, the updated MVP board.
I made 2 bets earlier. I got Allen at 9-1 on one of my books, so I'm happy where I stand. I would still bet it at plus 550. I think he's going to be an absolute monster for Buffalo. And Jared Goff, to me, even though not a great performance in week 1, I'm big on the Lions, so I think he can sling it all over the place. Out of the value on the board, I like Goff at 20 and Allen at plus 550.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I've been saying this week, Cam. If Allen is going to win 11 and 12 games this year with a much different Bill supporting cast, no Diggs, not the same veteran defense, not all, I think that's going to boost him up a little bit as opposed to the last few years. And that's going to put him very much in the conversation. Now, they got to win, obviously, and their schedule is absolutely brutal, as we talked about a lot. But if Allen wins 11, 12 games with what he has this year, in what I feel is like a kind of a retool/transition year for Buffalo, he's absolutely going to be in the discussion at the end. All right, Coach of the Year update for you. Jim Harbaugh and Matt Eberflus at plus 950. They love Eberflus. Mike McDonald of the Seahawks at 10. D'Amico Ryans, Raheem Morris, Steichen, O'Connell, LaFleur, Tomlin, Saleh. A few guys on there.
Coach of the Year? That guy shouldn't even be seriously, get that off the board.
He's one of the 5 worst coaches in the NFL.
Oh, hands down. Dennis Allen.
Me and Kurtz went through the list last night. We went through the entire list. We went through every coach on the radio show, excluding first-year coaches, because that's not fair to them yet. They've coached
Saleh, for sure. Dennis Allen. Yes.
I think Dennis Allen and Saleh are guys at the bottom. I think we kind of gave Pierce a pass because he hadn't coached a full year yet, but with his decisions on Sunday, he's speeding towards this pile of a bullet with the way he coached that game against the Chargers. But, I mean, I don't think he's a very good game day coach. I don't think he's a very good coach, period. He says a lot of silly things. He makes problems for himself that he doesn't have to have. I'm surprised. He's only on that list because everybody's pumped up the Jets. That's why Saleh's there for that one. The coach is tricky, Cam. I don't think you could really... it's very hard.
I know it's hard at 10, but here's the deal with the Seahawks. If they have like a good year and find a way to make the playoffs, and I got to tell you, Carver, winnable game this week. They can go up start at 2-0. I know the division's tough with San Francisco, but I think they can compete with the Rams. I think the Rams with injuries are thin, and Arizona's offense is good, but their defense is weak, and Seattle historically owns the Cardinals. So I'm telling you, I don't mind that McDonald play at all. Steichen's a very good coach as well. I think Shane Steichen and Harbaugh makes sense.
I'm a big believer in, I like giving the coach of the year to a guy who takes a team that everybody thought was going to be bad and gets them to the playoffs. That is my coach of the year for every sport. That's usually my blueprint. Like, that's who I like going with. So I still think it's probably too early for us to kind of go through that number. And finally, the defensive player of the year. Now, first, Watt opened at 650. Week 1, he was 550. He's now 4. I think that Watt is hands down the best defensive player in the NFL by a mile. He absolutely wrecks games, Cam. I know people love talking about Micah Parsons and Myles Garrett and all these other guys.
Not even close.
This guy single-handedly wins games for the Steelers. And he's going to win this award.
I talked about it. He's an absolute animal, and I still think that price is good. He is the best. I don't even think it's debatable, and I would bet it at that lower number. I wish I got on this at the start of the year, but you know me, Carver. I have a lot of different hands and pies, including golf bets, Solheim Cup, and other things. I should have spread my bets around and had a diversified portfolio.
If he stays healthy, and he does get hurt a lot, and that's his problem and why he hasn't won a couple of times. If he stays healthy, he'll be minus money by week 10. He'll be minus money, Cam, by week 10. If he stays healthy and he actually plays every week, you're still getting a good number right now at 4 for him because he is that good.